Okay, we had talked about wait, minute. Wait for 5 minutes. Let the other person join. Okay, we have discussed something about social environment. Now we'll come to economic environment. Economic environment impact on the business. Under economic environment, relative role of private and public sectors, as you all aware of, uh, in our business system in our country or other in anywhere in world, if you leave some of our exceptions, uh, your business community has been divided into private and the public sector. Private is 100% private entity, maybe a individual businessman, firm, corporate sector, industry, or whatever it is. Private means no intervention, no participation, no stake holding by the government sector. Totally 100% private. But in public sector, there are some holding from the government sector. Under the economic environment, we have a very uh, important role of private and public sectors. Rate of savings and the investments. These are also very, very important because in every business economy or the economic sector of any particular country, they always, economists always would emphasize and motivate public and the society and the industry to save and invest. Saving are more, investments are more, are always a healthy sign for the business infrastructure. They always promote savings and investments. That is why we do have a reserves and surplus in our balance sheets in a corporate sector level, in the company level. Why we keep a certain amount of our profitability in a reserve accounts, reserve and surplus account? Because sometime in future is uncertain. जो फ्यूचर है अनसर्टन है, कभी कभी हम लोग अपना बेस्ट मैनेजमेंट पॉलिसीज और रेजोल्यूशंस बनाने के बाद भी वी आर नॉट एबल टू क्रैक द पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ द फ्यूचर्स एंड द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द फ्यूचर एंड द थ्रेट ऑफ द फ्यूचर्स इन 100%, right? Sometime unexpected threat, financial threat, or unexpected requirement of the funds, maybe to hire more power or more material, to more money, advanced machines are required, more manpower are required. You need a fund, you need a reserves and surplus. So that is why savings in economic environment and the investments are play a very, very important and vital role in business environment system. The another is the volume of import and export. I already told the moment we have a very cordial relation and friendly relation and demanding relations between two countries, from one country to another countries, there are the exchange of information, exchange of knowledge, and exchange of modernization, culture, and development exchangement are there. With the help of exchange, we generate import and export, vice versa. Import and export. We import new technology, the products which are not available in our country, and we do export whatever we have a surplus and demand in the international market. With the help of import and export, we a good businessman can generate a good amount of profitability. And a volume of import and export is the sign of any developing and the healthy economy of any particular country. इसमें भी हम लोग देखते हैं कि import and export में if we talk about our country, the moment we have export more than the import means more foreign currency, foreign revenue in our hand. जब आप बेचते ज़्यादा हैं, एक्सपोर्ट ज़्यादा करते हैं, जब आप एक्सपोर्ट ज़्यादा करेंगे तो आपको उसका रेवेन्यू भी रिसीव होगा, राइट? और जब आप इंपोर्ट करते हैं तो आप अपने फॉरेन रिजर्व में से या अपनी कंट्री की करेंसी में से आप उसको पेमेंट करते हैं। तो अगर आपका इंपोर्ट कम है, इफ वी हैव इंपोर्ट less than export, it is a favorable condition and situation for any country, particular country, because the moment your export is more than import, your foreign reserve will start rising up and you have a substantial amount of revenue, foreign revenues, foreign reserves. वो कहते हैं कि किसी भी कंट्री की जो एक प्रोस्पेरिटी है या उसकी वेल्थ को अगर हम लोग एवेल्युएट करना चाहते हैं तो हम सबसे पहले ये देखते हैं कि हाउ मच फॉरेन रिजर्व वी हैव इन आवर होल्डिंग, राइट? तो दिस फॉरेन रिजर्व पॉजिटिव होना इज अ वेरी गुड साइन फॉर एनी हेल्दी इकोनॉमी ऑफ एनी पर्टिकुलर कंट्री। और अगर इसका सिचुएशन वाइस वर्सा है तो इट इज अ ड्रेन आउट ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर कंट्री। वो उसका एक नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट होता है इकोनॉमिक इन्वायरमेंट के ऊपर या बिजनेस इन्वायरमेंट के ऊपर। So import and export, the volume of import and export always have a very great impact. It can be a positive impact or as well as it can be a negative impact in our business environment or the system of our country. The next is the money supply in the economy. The flow of money, the money supply in the economy always put a very substantial impact on the business environment. Circulation of your money and circulation of your money supply. इसके अंदर हम लोग अगर देखें कि इस मनी सप्लाई की वजह से ही डिमोनेटाइजेशन का एक एक्सरसाइज एक्टिविटी हुआ था, बिकॉज हमारे जो मनी सप्लाई का जो चेन था, जो उसका एक फ्लो था, उसमें फेक करेंसी एज वेल एज ब्लैक मार्केट एंड ब्लैक मनी का इन्वॉल्वमेंट एक जरूरत से ज्यादा होता चला जा रहा था। टू रेक्टिफाई दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग, टू ब्लैक मनी, द होल्डिंग ऑफ मनी एंड द फेक करेंसी, we the government, the ruling party make a policy for the demonetization activity. Apart from that, the next one is the balance of payment and the change in foreign exchange reserve. I already told and explained the balance of payment. Balance of BOP means a balance of payment. A particular country has to make payment for the rest of the country against the import, and the balance receivable from is in the form of in lieu of export of our commodities. The balance of payment is play a very vital role in our country's economy in relation with the changes in the foreign exchange reserve. Foreign exchange reserve is very important. It's show the wealth of any particular country. The more reserve we have, definitely we are more strong and influential economy as compared to the rest of the world. You might be aware of in some late 80s, India has a, you know, suddenly, I mean, India has a very low reserve of foreign exchange. शायद कुछ हफ्तों या दिन का ही फॉरेन एक्सचेंज इंडिया के पास रह गया था। उस वक्त जो हमारे फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर थे, मिस्टर मनमोहन सिंह, ही वाज अ ग्रेट इकोनॉमिस्ट. But he did, instead of asking for a loan from the IMF or the World Bank or some any other country, he says ki we have a gold reserve in country. He simply put a gold reserve to Britain or some other countries as a security and get the foreign reserve. And with that reserve, take some new policies, government uh, new policies, economic policies there, reforms are there. That is why now we have more and more investments in our country. Every foreign brand, foreign countries, they are ready and they are happy to invest in our country. With that liberalization, with the to allowing other foreign countries or foreign companies to start business and establish business within the India. Slowly and slowly, the our reserves has been the position of our reserve has been improved. Now, at present, if you compare, we are one of the biggest foreign reserve in India, and we are the biggest and economy in entire world. I mean, last few years, when entire world एक ड्रॉप देख रहे थे इकोनॉमिक सेक्टर में, एक बहुत गिरावट थी, उस वक्त भी इंडिया ने अपने आप को संभाल के रखा. दैट इज जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ वी हैव अ हेल्दी फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व, राइट. After that, the agriculture and industrial production trends. Industrial product के साथ agriculture production दोनों का जो एक balance है, उस industry development के साथ साथ we have to maintain the agriculture balance, and we have to follow the balancing trend between both the things. And apart from that, the growth rate of GNP and GDP also is there. Gross net production of the country and the uh, gross domestic product of the country. These both things are the uh, parameter to evaluate any particular country's per capita income and their economic effectiveness and their strong economic values. इसके बाद we'll talk about the technological environment. Technological environment is very, very important to manage within the business environment, because technologies nowadays change very fast, immediately, within a days, within a month, or within some time, very fraction of days or fraction of second, you will heard a new technology is there, right? Research and development activities must be in your business environment, must be is there, must be. R&D department must be within your business management or management policies, because R&D is such a department who can evaluate the international requirement and best available machines, best available skilled manpower, and best available raw material can only is the part of research and development department. So research and development activities has a very, very crucial impact within the business environment. Next is the innovations in product and the process. Innovation means always think about new and more improved version of your product. So this is very important. When you improve your existing product with the requirement and the requirement of the system and requirement of the society and requirement of the international market. Next is import and export of technology. I said now, when two countries has a very good cordial relation and good healthy relation, they exchange knowledge. Exchange knowledge means a exchange of new technology and the new ideas. When new ideas, new knowledge, and new technologies awareness is there, definitely your R&D department will get activated to evaluate the new technologies for their business, your own business production, and your own business improvement. And the new technology is always very, very important to maintain the product quality, and that quality will create a more demand within the society, and it always give you a cutting edge against your competitors in the market, right? Next is new equipments, like when you talk about R&D, innovations, and when you talk about the new technology, definitely this innovation and the technology trigger the requirement of new equipment. भाई आपके पास एक इनोवेशंस भी हैं, आपके पास न्यू आइडियाज भी आ रहे हैं, उस न्यू आइडियाज के साथ आप न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी को भी स्टडी कर रहे हैं, आपको नई टेक्नोलॉजी को इम्प्लीमेंट करने की ज़रूरत भी महसूस होती है। लेकिन अगर आप नए इक्विपमेंट्स को, नई मशीनरीज को, नई नॉलेज को इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं करेंगे अपने बिजनेस में, तो उस R&D और उस नई टेक्नोलॉजी का कोई फायदा आपको नहीं मिलेगा। तो बेसिक थिंग इज innovations trigger the new technology and new technology triggers the new equipment, the procurement of new equipment. At the right time, new equipments, required equipments with the new technology equipments, procurement within a time is the trigger for your good business and good profitability, right? And after that, innovations in scientific and engineering field. I already told, engineering and scientific arena ऐसा है कि यहाँ हर रोज कोई ना कोई नया इनोवेशन होता है, नई टेक्नोलॉजी आ जाती है। सेमीकंडक्टर है, आज की डेट में मेमोरी चिप्स हैं, और नैनो गैजेट्स बन रहे हैं जो आपके मेडिकल में भी आपको हेल्प करते हैं, आपके कार इंडस्ट्री में, आपके टेलीकम्युनिकेशन में, आपके वॉर सेक्टर में, आपके वेपन्स टेक्नोलॉजी में ना, अब सब चीज़ों में एक आप देखें कि न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, न्यू AI, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक और इलेक्ट्रिकल, जो आज 10 साल पहले अगर आप देखते थे, नाउ यू विल फाइंड डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजीज देयर। आज आपके पास जो आपका स्मार्टफोन है, क्या काम नहीं है जो आप फोन पर नहीं कर सकते। इवन अगर आज मैं चाहूँ कि क्लास को कंडक्ट मैं फोन पर करना चाहूँ तो मैं फोन पे भी कर सकता हूँ। आज हम लोग ऑनलाइन क्लासेस समझ रहे हैं, पढ़ रहे हैं, पढ़ा रहे हैं विद एन ईज। दिस इज जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ अ टेक्नोलॉजी। Got it? So innovation in science and engineering field is always play a very very vital and important role in the within the structure of your business environment. And the next is the new way of communication. Yes, communication is one of the most important key within your business environment for your successful business, for your profitability, and the recognition of your business. Communications from the top level to bottom, vice versa, from top level to bottom or from bottom to top level. If you have a effective communication within your business environment, a free communication and a healthy communication, a true or genuine communication, believe me, you always see a good progress and good profit generation in your business. When being as a CEO or the management and the owner of the company, or the person who make policies for the business, that policies has to travel, has to communicate till the bottom of a person like who is the worker. And accordingly, vice versa, the right and effective communication. Effective communication means a genuine and truthful communication from lower level to the management. Only then you can find out the area. Only then with the help of effective communication you can identify the area where a rectification and help is required. Right? Whenever you work as a manager, whether you start your own industry, whether you work with the private sector, whether you work with the public sector, anywhere, if you manage effective communication within your system, within your office, within your business area, believe me, your 50% problem automatically will solve with the help of effective communication, right? Okay. Next, we'll talk about something: economic environment in India. We are the part of India, Indian society, Indian economy. Then we have to, I will try to make you understand the economic environment within India and within business structure. These are the privatization, globalization, and the liberalization. These are the three factors in our Indian economic environment, which have a which has a very deep impact on our business structure or the business environment. First of all, privatization, globalization, and the liberalization. First of all, if you talk about privatization, nowadays the ruling party and the previous some political parties, they will understand the requirement and the impact of privatization. Why we need a privatization? Means privatization means giving a greater role to private sector in nation, building process and reducing the role of public sector. Public sector means the intervention and the participation and the involvement of government. The more privatization policies are there now. ना आप आजकल देख रहे होंगे कि तकरीबन सभी जगह पर, जैसे पहले हमारे सिस्टम में सिर्फ दो ही बैंक हुआ करते थे, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया और पंजाब नेशनल बैंक, और कुछ डोमेस्टिक बैंक्स आते हैं, और वो भी आरबीआई के कंट्रोल में बड़े स्ट्रिक्ट रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस के अंदर वो काम करते थे. ऑल ऑफ सडन प्राइवेटाइजेशन के एक शुरुआत में, द बिगनिंग ऑफ प्राइवेटाइजेशन वी अलाउ foreign banks to establish your banking system within India, like SDFC, Axis Bank, Citibank. Nowadays, so many banks and financial institutions are there. So this is just because of the government policy of privatization, where they invite private sector to establish more and more business, put more money, invest more money for the betterment of the society and the betterment of the country. Uh, After that, the another one is under the privatization. There is a planned disinvestment. Disinvestment means the government uh, come up with the policy. The whatever government investment and stock is there in any public sector or in any particular venture. So now they are slowly starting this investment. Now they are selling their stake to private sector. So this is a planned disinvestment. Dilution of stake of government in public sector. Dilution means reducing the public sector government stake in any organization. Slowly, with the help of disinvestment, planned disinvestment, they are handing over the ventures to the public sector. And they have started slowly transferring the public sector venture to the private sector. Recently, Air India is a venture of Indian government, and Indian government has started and invited and allowing uh, foreign airlines to establish their uh, aviation services within India, right? And recently, Air India handed over to Tata's back. Initially, it was Tata's venture, Air India. The government has a control nowadays, and I think last 1 or 2 months back, and it is under the planned disinvestment. The Air India again handed over to Tata's, and now Air India is in the hand of private industry again. So this is the slowly and with the planned way handing over the ownership to the within the private sector. Next is globalization. Globalization means integrating the various economics of the world, leading towards the emerge of global economic implies a boundaryless world. Means globalization means every country now living in this, if they want to establish a good business sector, they want to improve the good economic infrastructure, they have to accept and they have to allow each other to establish their business across the world. And this is the free flow of goods and service across the nations. Means countries, various countries now they are allowing it's a free flow of goods across the nations. Free flow of capital across the nations. Apart from goods, now nowadays India has a policy. India always invite various foreign nations to invest heavily in the Indian infrastructure, and they are also happy to establish or put money or invest in India. More investment, more foreign investments in India means more infrastructure, more development, more employment for the youth of the countries, more respectful or handsome salary for the professional of the Indian system. So it ultimately it will give a boost to the economy. When your economy grow, means your entire business, entire industry will grow accordingly. Next, free flow of information and technology across the nation. I already told. These are the one of the best way to develop your economy when you allow other countries to exchange the new ideas, new technology, new machineries. Uh, Definitely, new knowledge is always हेल्पफुल. वो कहते हैं ना कि कुएं का अगर मेंढक बन के आप रहेंगे तो आपके लिए जो दुनिया है वो सिर्फ एक कुआं ही है, उससे बाहर की दुनिया आप नहीं जान पाएंगे. अगर आपको बाहर की दुनिया को देखना है, बाहर की टेक्नोलॉजी को इससे समझना है, बाहर के डेवलपमेंट को समझना है, बाहर के प्रोडक्ट्स को समझना है, तो आपको एक विंडो खोलना होगा. यू हैव टू ओपन your boundaries for the new technology, for the new information, for the new capital investments, and free flow of goods and services across the border. And apart from that, a free movement of people across the borders also help to develop your business. Means traveling. When more and more people will travel, traveling also generate a huge boom, a good profitability for the domestic business. Travels. When foreign people love to travel your country, or your rather your country people will travel abroad, it will generate more and more business opportunity for both the countries. So this is the some factors of globalization. Globalization means to open boundaries to for the exchange of goods and services, for the technologies, and for traveling and the information. These are the things. Next, liberalization. Liberalization means freeing the Indian business and the industry from all unnecessary control and restriction. जैसे मैंने भी पहले भी आपको थोड़ा सा बताया था कि आज की डेट में जो हमारी गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज हैं वो लिबरलाइज काइंड ऑफ पॉलिसीज हैं कि वो जो जितनी भी रिस्ट्रिक्शंस या डॉक्यूमेंटेशंस या परमिशंस या गवर्नमेंट का इन्वॉल्वमेंट या जो लाइसेंस सिस्टम था उसको धीरे धीरे वो क्लोज करते चले जा रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे उनको मिनिमाइज करते चले जा रहे हैं. कम से कम जो इन्वॉल्वमेंट है, फिजिकल इन्वॉल्वमेंट या ऑफिसर्स इन्वॉल्वमेंट, स्लोली स्लोली उसको रिमूव करते हुए उसको ऑनलाइन प्रोसेस के ऊपर लेकर आ रहे हैं कि द मोमेंट यू यू हैव द राइट डॉक्यूमेंट, यू हैव द राइट, you complete the required documentation and you are the right person, you will get the access to the your desired system or the business opportunity. That means freeing the Indian industry and the business from unnecessary control and restrictions. Abolishing licensing systems. Licensing system means means if you want to establish a particular business, you need a license. You need a license, then you apply to the concerned department. The concerned department will send an inspector. The inspector, कभी हाँ ना वाली जो बात रहती थी, और unnecessary the wastage of time and money is there. तो धीरे धीरे उस लाइसेंसिंग सिस्टम को एबॉलिश करके एक सिंपल स्मूथ सिस्टम डेवलप कर रहे हैं कंट्री के लिए, सो दैट यू कैन एस्टेब्लिश. Can you please tell me if anyone can tell me why we have start the LLP system, limited liability partnership? Though partnership, ordinary partnership system is there in India, why we have allowing or establish a LLP, limited liability partnership? कोई बता सकता है मुझे why we need LLP system? Any idea?
So is it for the an organization turnover, like what they are uh, uh, like what they are actually earning, and based on that, there can be certain policies
Okay.
for the respective organization to, uh, as part of the you mentioned about the societal responsibility an organization has.
Yes.
Is it?
But apart from that, there is a one major requirement why Indian system or Indian government allow and bring the LLP system in India. Because if you partnership, ordinary partnership act is there, Indian Partnership Act is there, but in ordinary partnership, partner has a unlimited liability. Means अगर आपकी लाइबिलिटी जनरेट हो जाता है बिजनेस, इफ देयर इज अ लाइबिलिटी, मींस पार्टनर्स की जो पर्सनल एसेट्स है आपको वहां तक भी जा सकता है, पार्टनर्स की जो लाइबिलिटी है वो अनलिमिटेड है. दैट इज द मेन कॉज फॉर पुटिंग LLP in our system. And because India need a, under the globalization, India need a more and more investments from the foreign industry. They want to, foreign companies will establish a business sector in India, but foreign countries they have a LLP system long way back. They are very particular. They said ki, yes, we are ready to invest money in India, but we afraid of this kind of LLP or unlimited liability kind of thing. You provide us this shelter. Limited liability partnership means the partners, how much partners put money into it in the partnership firm as a capital. His or her liability is restricted to their capital introduced in the partnership. That's it. उसके बाद उसकी लिमिटेड अनलिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी नहीं रहेगी. दैट इज व्हाई LLP इज लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी पार्टनरशिप. इसमें जो पार्टनर्स होते हैं उनकी जो लाइबिलिटी है वो सिर्फ सिर्फ उनके कैपिटल तक इन्वेस्ट लिमिटेड रहती है, उसके बाद नहीं. So that is why this is the demand of foreign investors in India. LLP is a way back. They are enjoying the LLP in France, Russia, or US, and all. That is why Indian government start LLP system in India, so that more and more foreign businessmen they will love to come and join, and they also make a partnership venture with the Indian industrialist like Hero Honda. Honda is a Japanese company. Hero is an Indian motor vehicle company. Hero Honda is a joint venture, right? Okay. Anyway, next is no restrictions on expanding or contraction of business restrictions. बिजनेस को जो आप एक्सपेंड करने के लिए जो आपके लिए कुछ जो रिस्ट्रिक्शंस थी फिजिकल या गवर्नमेंट, उनको भी रिड्यूस किया जा रहा है अंडर द बैनर ऑफ लिबरलाइजेशन. Next is removal of restrictions on movement of goods and service. Now, one India, one tax system, GST is the result. And now you can move and do business in India, whatever it is, and goods and service as per your business requirement. These are the restriction, removal of restriction on the movement of goods and service. Freedom in fixing price of goods and service. Now, businessmen will get a free hand to establish or fix their price of goods and service. Reduction in tax rates. This is also a very important part of our liberalization. The moment you reduce the taxes, you give more relaxation to the public. More and more taxpayer are there. More and more tax revenue will be generated, and more tax revenue will generated revenue will definitely help Indian country or the country's economy for the further growth. Under liberalization, next is lifting of unnecessary control on economy. Means government reducing the unnecessary controls on the business activities. Next is the simplifying procedure for import and export. Unnecessary restrictions, unnecessary documentation, unnecessary permissions from the government department. Now it is making the simplifying process or simplifying system to start and execute your import and export, making it easier to attract foreign capital and the technologies to India. Liberalization is the only way out, and this is the only tool with the help of this effective liberalization in our economy or in our system, the more and more we can attract foreign capital and the technology within India. Nowadays, you name any technology, best technology in the world, it is available in India. You talk about any kind of product, any kind of equipment, or any kind of gadget. I think you have to travel a kilometer, you will find a showroom or you will find a particular brand shop over there. Or moreover, while sitting in your home, you simply order through Amazon or online purchasing. So this is just because of technology. This is just because of new ideas. This is just because of foreign investments, right? So this is the basic fundamental of liberalization. The other thing of important thing is the impact of government policies changes. The moment government policies changes, it has a very deep impact on the business environment or the business system. And the good government policies, effective government policies, and the helping government policies definitely increasing the competitions. Uh, you might be heard about good competition will serve the nation, will serve the society. एक अच्छा competition होना चाहिए, monopoly नहीं होना चाहिए. Like if you have a monopoly in any particular goods or in the service, आप मनमानी करते हैं, आप सोसाइटी को सर्व नहीं करते हैं बिकॉज यू हैव अ मोनोपोली. ठीक है. और अगर if you have a good competition market, if you have a good competition within the market, it will give a boost to the business. It will encourage each and every businessman to to improve the quality and the value of their product. A good competition definitely keeps the price and the cost of the goods under control. Means it will straightway service to the nation, to the service to the society and the customers. Right? More demanding customers. The moment you have a increasing good competition, it will impact and it will develop more demanding customer. More demanding customer means customer will demand more and more about your product and your services. More demand is there, more supply is there. When more supply is there, more production is there. More production is there means more profitability is there. More profit is there means more salary, bonus, and infrastructure to the system. It is a cycle. It is a cycle. कस्टमर से ही बिजनेस जनरेट होता है, कस्टमर से ही डिमांड बढ़ती है, डिमांड बढ़ती है तो सप्लाई भी बढ़ती है, सप्लाई बढ़ती है तो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बढ़ती है, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बढ़ती है तो कंपनी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ बोनस एंड द बेस्ट salary to the workers or the employees, promotion in the form of promotion, on the in the form of increments, वो वापस फिर सिस्टम में चला जाता है. तो ये जो प्रोसेस बार बार जो इफेक्टिव इकोनॉमी सिस्टम को बार बार जो सिस्टम चलता है, जो प्रोसेस चलता है, इसमें इंडस्ट्री भी ग्रो करती है, बिजनेसमैन भी ग्रो करता है, वर्कर भी ग्रो करता है, एंड entire economy will start improving and become a healthy economy. Rapidly changing technology environment. Changing technology always has a good impact on the business system, and that will lead to necessity to change. Change जब भी आएगा उसमें आपको improvement दिखेगा. जब भी changes आएंगे, the moment changes are there, business will grow. Need for developing human resources. When changes are there, new technology is there, आपको अपने ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज जो हैं उसको भी डेवलप करना होगा. यू हैव टू वर्क अपॉन योर ह्यूमन वर्क फोर्स, योर मैन फोर्स, ऑन योर ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज. More and more educated person you require, more and more skilled employees are required, more and more professionals are required within the system, because human resource is the base of basic requirement of any business development. And then market orientation and the budgetary support to the public sector. These are the fundamental uh, basics of government policy which can impact the business environment within the country. The next one is next environment impact is the industrial policies. Industrial policy means it is the government policy towards the industry. And why industrial policy is required? The answer is to prevent the imbalances in the development of the industry. देखिए, गवर्नमेंट की जो पॉलिसीज बनती हैं वो ओवरऑल कंट्री के लिए बनती हैं. वो किसी एक सेगमेंट या एक पार्ट या एक रिलीजन या एक किसी पर्टिकुलर पब्लिक के लिए नहीं बनाया जाता है. तो गवर्नमेंट का जो एक ओवरऑल व्यू होता है फॉर द entire country, for the whole country, for the whole system. So it will create a industrial policy, a good industrial policy, the prevent the imbalances within the development of the industry. That is very much required for the overall development of business and the business economy. To demarcate area among the public and the private sector, आपको एक डिमार्केशन करना होता है कि ये एरिया जो है ये गवर्नमेंट के पास रहेगा और ये एरिया इज ओपन फॉर पब्लिक. और सो दैट एक बिजनेसमैन को उसकी पॉलिसीज या जो उसका मैनेजमेंट है या जो उसका रेजोल्यूशंस हैं टुवर्ड्स द बिजनेस, वो डिपेंड करता है काफी हद तक द डिमार्केशन एरिया अमंग्स द पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट सेक्टर. लाइक Indian Railways is a government venture, defense is a government venture, and apart from that, so many business sector they are open for the private sector, right? Next is to direct the flow of resources. जो गवर्नमेंट के रिसोर्सेज हैं, फंडिंग्स हैं, बैंकिंग सेक्टर्स है, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, उनके जो रेवेन्यूज हैं उनका एक डायरेक्ट और एक राइट फ्लो विल ऑलवेज हेल्प इंडस्ट्री टू फर्दर ग्रो, to further compete in the international market. When you able to compete in international market with your product, means more and more export from your country towards the rest of the world. More and more export means more foreign reserves in your hand. More foreign reserve in your hand in the country balance. A good foreign reserve balance is there means India or the country is developed country. So this is the mantra of to develop your industries and the business sector. And good industry policy also help to prevent the wasteful use of resources, your fund resources. Uh, Whatever the resources you have, it is the best use of resources is the basic mantra of business development. You have to reduce the wastage. आप जितना वेस्ट कहते हैं ना कि जितना कम वेस्टेज करेंगे उतना ही मान लीजिए आपकी प्रॉफिट बढ़ जाता है. So this is an art. This is a management art. This is the management guru's fundamental input to the business development. The the moment you reduce the wastage within your system, within your industry, means you are increasing your profit. Under industrial policy, it indicates the respective role of the public, private, joint, and the cooperative sector altogether. And apart from that, the small, medium, and the large scale industry and the underline the national priorities and the economic development strategies. मैंने अभी आपको बताया था कि आज जो हमारा भी रूलिंग गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज हैं, they are very much into it. They want to establish more and more cottage industries, small scale industries, medium scale industries. द मेक इन इंडिया का जो एक स्लोगन है हमारी गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज जो लेकर आए हैं, मेक इन इंडिया का मीन्स कि जो भी आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं, जो भी इंडस्ट्रियल रिक्वायरमेंट है, जो भी टूलिंग या मशीनरीज की रिक्वायरमेंट है, इंस्टेड ऑफ importing them and assembling in India, better we should make it India. आप इंडिया में बना, इंडिया में तभी बन पाएगा जब स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज, मीडियम स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज को हम एक हेल्पिंग हैंड देंगे, उनको एक एनवायरनमेंट देंगे फ्लरिश करने का. It is also express government policy towards the foreign capital and the technology, and the labor policy, tariff policy, etc. Uh, in respect of industrial planning and industrial policies. इसी में अगर मैं आपको बताऊं कि गवर्नमेंट के जो पॉलिसी है एंटी डंपिंग पॉलिसीज, इसमें काफी हद तक कंट्रोल किया जाता है इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसीज को और उनके इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट के मैनेजमेंट को. व्हाट इज द टाइम? ओके फाइन. Government policies toward industries, the industries development and thereby the economic development to the very significant extent and has been guided, regulated and promoted by the industrial policy with the help of government policies. So industrial policies always play a very vital and important role for the business environment. Objective of the policy under industrial policy to maintain and sustain growth in productivity. Once you have a effective industrial policy, it will very helpful for the sustain or regular or uh, sustained way of to maintain the growth of productivity. It is to achieve the optimum utilization of human resources. Like आपको पता ही है कि हम हमारी जो पॉपुलेशन है इंडिया में वो चाइना के बाद दूसरे नंबर पे हम लोग आते हैं. अब जितना हमारा पॉपुलेशन बढ़ता है उतनी पॉपुलेशन में हमारे यंगस्टर्स यूथ भी आगे आते हैं, तो उनकी एजुकेशन, उनकी स्किल, उनकी डेवलपमेंट और उनको ठीक टाइम पर प्रिक्योरमेंट करना सिस्टम के अंदर इज वेरी वेरी important for the system of the country. अगर आप यंग यूथ को एक रिस्पेक्टेबल सर्विस या एक अपॉर्चुनिटी टू वर्क विद हैंडसम मॉनेटरी रिटर्न्स नहीं दे पाएंगे, तो डेफिनेटली आपका क्राइम रेट और इलीगल एक्टिविटीज बढ़ जाएंगी. अगर आपको इलीगल एक्टिविटीज को कंट्रोल करने के लिए, देन अगेन यू नीड द फोर्सेस एंड द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. Better it is you provide a good knowledge, good skill, good information, and good training platform to the youth, yeah, for the youngsters. And after that, you will provide a good opportunity to serve for the country, for the industry. It will definitely give a healthy sign for the development of the country economic sector. A good industrial policy will definitely enhance a good healthy competition in international level. Good industrial policy will boost the Indian industry and the product to compete in, at the international level, and to enhance the gainful employment. अगर आप आज बात करते हैं कि इंडिया का जो आईटी सेक्टर है, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, वो वर्ल्ड बेस्ट माना जाता है. और आप शायद ही कोई कंट्री ऐसी होगा जहां पर इंडिया के जो आईटी एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, दे आर नॉट हाईली पेड एंड वर्किंग ओवर देयर. तो मैंने बताया था ना कि इट इज नॉट ओनली गुड्स, इट इज आल्सो सर्विस और इट इज आल्सो कंसल्टेंसी. तो आईटी सेक्टर जैसे डेवलप हुआ, इट इज अ न्यू अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर द कंट्री, इट इज अ न्यू अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर द इंडियन प्रोफेशनल to serve internationally, to work internationally, and earn a good amount of money, a good amount of revenue, to generate a good amount of revenue while working for the other countries. More money, more investments within India. Next, to enhance gainful employment and to establish the monopoly of any sector in any field of manufacture except the strategic or the security point of view. So basically, a good industry policy give a very helping hand to establish a good infrastructure, a good to generate a good revenue, or establish your country, the value of your country business structure uh, up to the mark of international standards. Good industrial policy also initiative in the following is area like industrial licensing, foreign investments, foreign technology agreements, and public sector policies. Nowadays, every day you will find a news. The, the foreign nations and foreign companies, they are interested to invest in Indian infrastructure or Indian capital market or Indian business sector, and with the help of joint ventures or establishing straightway the new companies within India. So straightway more and more foreign investments is there, more and more foreign technologies is there, and then public sector policies get a good boom within the business environment. Nowadays, if you talk about the new industry policy within India, so first of all is a delicensing. Delicensing means the unnecessary intervention and the control of uh, government rules and regulations. Now, government want to encouraging foreign investments, and foreign investor don't want any kind of unnecessary hassles. They want clear cut, smooth path to invest money. So delicensing is the one of the best part, best decision by the government, which attract the foreign investment within India. Next is the decrease in role of public sector. Government slowly with the help of giving more and more chance to private sector, to involve in various public sector working. This is also a good part, good policy from the government side, and definitely is increase the potential of business level. Next is disinvestment. Decrease in role of public sectors means a disinvestment, and liberalization for the foreign capital. Liberal policy for technical collaborations. Nowadays, you will heard a lot of collaborations with the foreign companies. Indian companies now, foreign people, they are ready to invest money. They are ready to invest technology. They are ready to collaborate with the Indian countries, Indian companies. So it is a very good and healthy sign for the Indian business environment. After that, we'll talk about Indian policies, government policy under this financial policies. Demonetization is a very important decision by the country or the government policy to prevent. There can be a many cause of demonetization in the economy. First of all, is the black marketing, black money. To get rid of this black marketing, black nowadays, news is there. One politician has been trapped with the more than 300 crores cash in a house. In a demonetization, 2000 rupee note or 1000 rupee note has been demonetized. A new 2000 rupees currency is there. But now, last month, 2000 currency is also not in circulation. Maybe I am wrong. I'm not confirmed. Government and RBI also thinking of some take a good or a remarkable decision on 500 rupees currency just because of this black marketing and the corruptions and fake currency in economic circulation of fake currency is one of the most important requirement for the demonetization and to prevent the black money and the tax evasion also. So sometime government policy hard decision has to be made to the prevent and to serve the economic system of the country. The impact of demonetizations, basically money interest rate decline in cash transaction. Nowadays, you will find कि we are more and more depending on online transaction, Paytm, Google Pay. Now it is very easy to transfer money from with the help of phone. Increase in bank deposits, increase in financial savings. With the result of this demonetization, we will find the private wealth declined since some high demonetization modes were not returned. Real estate price जो काफी बढ़ रहे थे वो कंट्रोल में आ गए हैं वो उनके प्राइसेस जो हैं वो अब बेहतर है क्योंकि ब्लैक मनी जो होता है वो अननेसेसरी प्राइस को हाई हाई करता है तो द मोमेंट यू हैव अ कंट्रोल ऑन दिस काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटी ब्लैक मार्केटिंग टैक्स एवेजन इन सब चीज़ों को जैसे जैसे आप कंट्रोल करते हैं कैशलेस ट्रांजैक्शंस के ऊपर जाते हैं ट्रांजैक्शन थ्रू बैंक जितना ज़्यादा होगा उतना ही ब्लैक मनी जो एक ब्लैक टैक्स एवेजन से ब्लैक मनी और जो इस तरह का जो इलीगल एक्टिविटीज हैं कैश ट्रांजैक्शंस उनके ऊपर कंट्रोल लगता है और जैसे ही कैश ट्रांजैक्शंस के ऊपर कंट्रोल लगता है आप देखेंगे कि आपके जो प्रॉपर्टी के जो रेट्स हैं वो कंट्रोल में आना शुरू हो जाते हैं इसके बाद वी विल वर्क आई विल लव टू टॉक अबाउट द बिजनेस एथिक्स एंड द कॉर्पोरेट social responsibility CSR activities. The basically why we need ethics in our business. what is the importance and what is the requirement of ethical activities in our business system. Business ethics are a kind of applied ethics. It is the application of moral or ethical norms to the business. Business always meant for to generate more and more profit, but we have to maintain, we have to make a healthy balance. आप पैसा भी कमाएं, प्रॉफिट भी कमाएं, but you have to maintain the ethics within the business. The term ethics has its own origin from the Greek word ethos, which means a character or customs, a character and the sentiments and the honor to the society. Give a honor or a moral. It is a basically established a principle or the standards for the human conduct. Ethics can be defined as a discipline dealing with the moral duties and the obligations. It is a create a balance within the business environment. If you want to grow, if you want to earn more and more profit, in one hand, to other hand, it is your responsibility to maintain uh, moral duties and the obligation towards the society. If we talk about the ethics and the law, so what is the difference between ethics and the law? While actually law is obligatory and violation of law attracts penalties and the prosecutions. But on other hand, the ethics are more voluntary in a nature. It is a voluntary kind of activities. But nowadays, with the amendment of new company law 2003, it has been make mandatory for the companies to establish a committee on CSR, corporate social responsibility system, because ethics generate the corporate social responsibility idea. Basically, the moment you conduct the CSR activity within your system, it will serve the employees, it will serve the shareholders, it will serve the stakeholders. Corporate social responsibility is a management concept whereby companies work socially and towards the environmental system. See, the moment you establish a business, the moment you establish an industry, your raw material, your manpower, even your customers comes from the society. With the help of CSR activity, it is something giving back to the society. The moment you are sending something, you are giving, you are willing to give something back to the society, it will create a very healthy balance in the nature. In company act 2013, section 135 of the company act make a certain rule for the corporate sector, certain parameters. Under this, if your company, if your corporate sectors comes under that particular parameter, then a certain amount of percentage of your profit you have to spend for your corporate social responsibility activities or CSR activities. It may be a for the protection of environment, it may be a plantation, or it may be a cleaning of your waters, rivers, environmental improvement. It may be medical, or it may be some aid to the sports or religion, or maybe medical help to the society, any kind of thing. But it you have to do something as per the section 135. Some section 135 of Company Act basically provide up certain parameters. So these parameters I'll let you know. Uh, if a company has an annual turnover of 1000 crores in Indian rupees, or in balance sheet it has a net worth of rupees 500 crores, or a company generate a net profit of rupees 5 crore. These are the three parameters. Or, I mean, annual turnover of 1000 crore, turnover means sales, or more. Or you have a total wealth more than 500 crores in your balance sheet. Or uh, you generate net profit of 5 crores in a one financial year. Your bound by, it is mandatory as per the company's corporate companies act, section 135, you have to conduct a certain amount of fees for the CSR activities, and for that you have to generate a committee to conduct the CSR activity. Basically CSR activities, it may be for the shareholders, it may be for the employees, for serving to the employees. It is a fair wages, transportation, good environment, hygienic and safe working environment, uh, employees recognition and career growth, working their training you can conduct under CSR activities. CSR towards a consumer, a company offering quality product and meeting regulatory standards. All safety norms are followed to ensure the safety of the customers. We Once you produce a product for the customers, for the society, it is your responsibility, it is your ethics to make sure that particular product is safe and sound for the use of society. Advantage of CSR activities, that there is a various advantage of CSR activities, like the citizen expect that the company will support them in social upliftment. CSR activities contribute in local and religion development. Regular supportive and conductive behavior enable the company on a goodwill, and report will helps to image building and brand building. कंपनी के लिए भी बेनिफिट है. जितनी कंपनी CSR एक्टिविटीज करती है उसकी अपनी एक ब्रांड बिल्डिंग बनती है, उसका अपना एक प्रोडक्ट का भी एडवर्टाइजमेंट होता है, कंपनी पहचान में आती है. CSR एक्टिविटीज में मैंने जैसे आपको बताया कि आप कुछ भी एक्टिविटीज कर सकते हैं विच इज फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ द society. It may be related with the education, it may be related to legal, it may be related to health infrastructure, it may be related to water treatment and harvesting kind of thing. Any kind of work, any kind of involvement of companies activities for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the system, is comes under the CSR activities. Okay, I think we have covered almost block one today's itself, and whenever we have a next class, and I will try to cover up the rest of the part of this subject. And I hope whatever we have discussion today, and we have a lecture and this session today, is going to definitely give you help for your examination preparation and all. Any kind of question or any kind of doubt is there, we can talk about, please, before winding up of this session. Please be open and be comfortable, be confident. Shall we
Sir,
relax?
sir,
Ah,
regarding the CSR you mentioned, no, sir, in that, is there any minimum cost they need to, company need to spend on this CSR?
2%. Good question.
2% of their profit or
No,
turnover? There are
no,
two, three conditions you mentioned.
not the turnover. Turnover is the criteria entering into criteria. 1000 turnover, 500 wealth, and 50
Hmm.
crores is the profit. 2% of your average 3 years profit you have to spend for the CSR activities.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good question. Good. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the session, and thank you very much for your participation. And the moment we have a next session, I'll try my level best to serve you. Right? Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.